Please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Today is September 21st, 2023. This is the Environmental Conservation Board. We have an agenda that we're going to follow. The first applicant is eligible for a permit, John Migliaccio. Okay. You're replacing an existing retaining wall,
Correct.
correct? Have you changed any of the plans or permit submission that you previously submitted?
Yes,
You changed the plans.
yes.
What did you
Yes.
do to the plans?
I reduced everything. All I want to do is just put the retaining wall in, not the rest of it, because it just turned into like a
Oh,
runaway
well,
train.
that's what you did last time when you were here, right? You came before us for just the
Correct.
retaining wall last time.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
okay. All right, so there were no comments or questions from,
So, just to clarify though, in between the last meeting and this meeting,
No.
were there any changes to the plans?
no,
Okay, great.
okay,
Thank you.
great.
thank you.
All right, so, letter from the town engineer, Chairman Lager, Board of Members, as requested by the town of Carmel. ECB, the engineering department, inspected the reference site. The silt fence is installed in conformance with the approved plans, and that's it. Okay, so that's fine. We asked them to do that. Do I have any comments? Anybody have any questions or comments?
Nope.
Okay, so then do I have a motion to grant permit number 998 to John
Migliaccio.
Migliaccio with the following condition, that the town wetland inspector do a pre- and post-site visit for installation of erosion control prior to the start of work and upon completion. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a
Second.
second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
See Rose on Monday, and she'll give you your permit,
Thank
okay? You're welcome.
Good luck with the project.
Yeah. Hold on, we just gotta do the EAF. I guess we could, should we read them all? Let's go to no all.
What was that?
The EAF we have to do.
Your choice. Your choice. However you want to do it.
Will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning? No.
No.
Will the proposed action result in change use and intensity of land?
No.
Will the proposed action impair the character quality of the existing community? No.
No.
Will the proposed action have an impact that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area?
No.
Will the proposed action result in adverse change in existing level of traffic for mass transit, biking, or walkway?
No.
Will the proposed action cause an increased use of energy as it fails to incorporate reasonable available energy conservation? No.
No.
Will the proposed action impact existing public-private water, public-private wastewater treatment? No.
No.
Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic,
No.
archaeological? No. Will the proposed action result in adverse change in natural resources? No.
No.
Will the proposed action result in increase the potential for erosion, flooding, and drainage? No.
No.
And will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources, and human health?
No.
Okay. Okay. Let's sign this. This is good. Done. Okay, next is submission for an application or letter of permission. Weiss Abbey Success Realty LLC, 11 Sunset Boulevard.
Easel.
Don, right?
Vinny.
Vinny, you got the easel back there? Yes. If you don't mind. Sorry.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. I miss Dom, because I remember his name.
You gotta, there it is.
I
That's
know.
what I want.
Okay, just go to the podium, please state your name and who you're here to represent.
Oh, okay. My name's Mike Calisi. I'm the engineer for 11 Sunset Boulevard. We have been before the planning board. The applicant had bought this piece of property from a foreclosure. The property was in severe disrepair, is what my understanding. He started to clean up and get rid of some of the fissures that were created from stormwater runoff, and I was told it was approximately 2 years that the property was unoccupied. And that's when the town engineer stopped and said he needed a permit and issued him a stop work order. In that time, we went out there, we surveyed it, we came up with there's a
You have a
small-
topo here.
Topo, correct, yep. And there's a small pond in the rear that's the wetlands, the regrading in the property, the dwelling and every.
Where on that map is the pond?
The pond is located in the south side of the.
Oh, so where it says pond? Yeah, got it.
It may not be that clear, so.
No, I missed it.
And then when you apply the 100-foot adjacent area to it, the upper side of the site is encapsulated in the 100-foot adjacent area.
So the whole property's in the buffer?
No, there's a portion that goes from Sunset to Route 6. This is a L-shaped piece of property with the L at the top. And the portion from, say, the southern right-of-way side of Sunset to Route 6 is not in the adjacent area. But
Okay, so the area that you have designated with the dots, that's silt fence, right?
The engineer had requested that we put up silt fence just to make sure that since there's some work was done prior to obtaining a permit with the stop work order, the silt fence was installed, so we would not impact the pond.
Is there a stream here?
No, the only thing I've seen and the only thing I know of there is the pond.
Okay.
How does the pond get fed? Is it just a?
It's at a low point
Got
between.
it. Is the, so the work that was done already within the buffer, can you describe that a bit? Because it looks like here, as I'm reading through the application, no fill was brought in, so what minor grading and what other work was done
Well-
currently within the buffer?
I have a,
There was a lot of forest litter, branches, twigs on the property.
Okay.
Those were cleaned up. The area was, it's before the planning board right now for the regrading work that was done to get rid of those fissures created by the vacancy of the property. So really, what he had done, if you go to your pictures, it may be difficult to see, but on the second to last picture, you're gonna see a pile of what I'll call forest litter, twigs, rubble, and stuff like that that's accumulated. That stuff, to me, it appears that it was raked up and piled up to get rid of, you know. He wanted to clean up the lot. It was a realty company that has purchased the property. So they either want to sell or rent or whatever they want to do with the lot, since they bought it as the foreclosure.
So, I'm a little, was any work done on the home?
Well, there was painting, stuff of that nature done in the home.
So, I mean, it sounds like right now that all the work that, the only thing that was done was some cleanup. Did we get a,
That's-
no, they were trying to fill the pond in.
That I was not told. But if you look at the photos, there's a well-defined stone wall. I think it's the first
yeah,
photo.
well,
I understand
Second
that.
photo.
I get it. From what I'm told, people wanted to fill the pond in, that it was just nothing, we'll just fill it in, it's surface water.
this here,
Yeah,
this whole area.
yeah. So here's what I would like from you.
Yes.
sir. What's your name again?
Mike,
Mike. So what I would like from you is, I would like to see a grading plan, okay?
th-
You gave me a topo.
as of right now, there is no grading.
So this is the
This
existing
is-
grades that it is.
If you look at the photos, they were ready to topsoil and seed.
Okay, so then.
Well, not
here-
even topsoil, they
So
were
there's
ready
no
to seed.
regrading?
What?
There's no regrading? you
There
want?
should be no more grading.
Should be or will not be?
There will not be any more grading.
Okay.
Okay,
Like-
so here's what I need from you, okay? So basically, around the buffer, the 100-foot buffer from the lake, from the pond, I need you to establish the total square foot of property that was disturbed. Meaning regraded, cleaned up, whatever, this whole area. Can I'm just gonna approach your map, okay?
Please.
Based on the pictures you gave us, right, you basically, this area and this area was all graded or backbladed or cleaned up or whatever, okay? This area here, okay? So what I would like to have is, let me finish here. Let me finish,
Okay.
and then you can argue with me.
No, I don't like to argue. I just on the plan, I do show the disturbed area.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is this, I understand you show the disturbed area, but what I need from you is a calculation on how much of that area was disturbed.
Like total square
So
footage.
if you have the total square footage of, say, 2,500 square feet, then I would like for you to come back with a rain garden calculations of where to put a rain garden on this property that meet the area of disturbance, okay? Then what I would like to do is every 75 feet along the face of the pond, I want wetland signs installed, and you can get them from Rose upstairs. I don't know how much they are each, but every 75 feet, I want a wetlands, details of how you're going to install the signs, which will be on a metal post driven into the ground, saying wetlands, blah, blah, blah. The sign has what it is.
Placard like this.
It's a placard.
I understand.
So I want that along the side of the pond, and I want the area of disturbance. Then what I would like is to show me you can come back next meeting, show me where you're gonna put your rain garden, what it's gonna capture, and then I need I need something certifying that all the topsoil that's gonna come in here is clean topsoil.
Of course.
I've seen crazy things, and
Well, right now, if you look at the site and the pictures, what's existing there is pretty much just topsoil.
well, it looks,
This?
Well, I'm talking in the rear, principally by the pond.
well, I'm looking in the area by if I look at this area by the deck, that doesn't look like topsoil to me. Is that topsoil?
Well, to me, when you go out there, there's a very heavy brown hue, and it's organic material, so.
Okay, so you would grow grass in that?
Yeah, well, it would have to be raked and seeded, but it should support grass.
So what I'd like you to do, Mike, is go look at the site, tell me how much topsoil you plan on bringing in here. Let's figure out a calculation on what he's gonna do, where he's gonna lay the topsoil out. I want a rain garden calculation, and I want signs.
Yeah, that's fine. If I speak to the owner, would you, if it's so that he would agree, would you want like a post rail, a split rail fence along the edge of the wetlands with the signs on the fence? to delineate?
If you would like to do that, I'm fine with that. That would be fine.
That's no
And the disturbed area it is calculated, it's conservatively calculated.
What's the number?
What's
Can
the
you
nu-
speak into the mic too, please?
How concerned?
The whole area of the parcel is 36,000 square feet, okay? It's 36,000, so the area of the parcel is just under an acre. But the question I have, again, is I'll do, from the pond, 100 feet out, I don't see where the you show the 100-foot buffer?
Yes.
I have
If
to
you look
find
right
it.
here, there's the 100-foot buffer.
Here, down here, but what about,
Well, there's a line, right? The
This line
arrowhead points to
goes-
a line
I-
that shows the
oh,
100-foot
I see, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
Along that dot.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Can you tell me, right now, what parts of this parcel within the buffer have been regraded? Is it the whole, everything within the
No.
checkered lines there?
Right now, I would say that what was regraded is from the deck of the property, right?
Yep.
To the wall for the pond.
Along the whole length of the wall?
Say
there?
30 or 40 feet off on the west side, and say, 30 or 40 feet off on the east side.
How deep is that?
So,
30 and 40?
How deep is that from here to there? Like 30 feet, you think?
it's approximately 80 feet by approximately 20 feet.
Okay.
That's approximate.
It's about 30 feet from the pond
So like 16.
to the deck. It's about 35 feet.
No, I think you're looking at the house.
The
Because-
decking, the covering, the deck to the pond, to the closest area of the pond is about 20,
Time
I
out,
figure
bring a scale.
20, it's about 20, 25, 30 feet from the deck to the pond.
So if we were to do that 30 by 80, just conservatively, 2,400 square feet.
Just for this area.
But so that's what I was asking, what else work was done?
So what I'm trying to say is, the area of disturbance, the way I'm considering this
Yeah.
right now, is the 100-foot buffer times the width of the property.
Why?
This whole area is the area of disturbance.
Why? It's graded, that's what I was asking, what was actually touched on this?
This whole area, Mike,
Yes.
here's your 100-foot buffer. So let's just say the two areas between the flags were disturbed. So would you say it was disturbed from here, from the chain link fence to this line? Or was it just disturbed from the 100-foot buffer, both sides of the fence? I need to know the area, you need to differentiate,
Yeah.
you need to
Right now,
show the areas.
at some point right here, this has not been touched.
This has not been touched, so the demarcations right
Somewhere
here.
around there.
So you're from here, from your chain link fence to here, I need to know this area.
All of that area has been ripped up, graded, moved around, things like
I
that?
can say cleaned up. The front, it appears that they removed leaves and debris.
Listen, cleaning up leaves and debris, that's not really in our purview, it's not
Yeah, I
a
don't care
concern.
about
Right here, you have the existing driveway,
Yep.
so to me, that they didn't touch. It didn't.
Okay, so you
Sure.
can take that out of your calculations.
What about on the left side, or on this side of the property?
On this side, from the edge of the deck to the edge of the pond, that
Okay, and what about on this side of the property, the
That
back
looked like
side?
it was cleaned up.
Cleaned
It
up.
looked like they were, those were those piles.
Listen, they wanna mow the lawn, they wanna clean up, that doesn't matter, but did they do any grading back here?
I don't think they can. It's a very steep area if you look at the photo.
How about on the, where's my, south side of the property, on this side, going this way, you said it went this way, but what about
All
on
right,
this
so this is
side?
what you're gonna do, you're gonna give me an L, boom, boom, figure that area out, base your rain garden calculations on that.
So,
That's it.
we need that marked, like highlighted, put
Yeah, highlight it
where
on the
was
drawing.
the grading done? Because it makes a difference on your calculation that you'll have to
So
do
you're
for the
doing-
rain garden that's
the
being
way I'm
asked for.
looking at this.
What we're saying is, because of the disturbance done
This,
within
So
the
you.
area here, we need to know how much of this ground
And this is
in the buffer area was actually disturbed. There are picking up, cleaning up, not a big deal.
what?
Putting new topsoil in, grading, that is
proposed
considered
regrading
disturbance.
application.
And so we need to know a full square footage of that. You can use that to calculate for a rain garden that we were requesting to be put in, to help with water mitigation in this area. And then part of the mitigation plan as well is to put those, you can put it on a split rail fence, you can put it on trees that are existing, you can put them on posts, roughly every 75 feet, site conditions considered.
Yeah.
But I think it's fair for them to hear.
Now, let me ask one more question.
Yeah.
Yes.
It says the proposed regrading application is for .84 plus or minus acre parcel defined on the town of Carmel tax maps. Are you regrading the entire site?
No. No, the size of the parcel is .84 acres.
I understand that, but
The area of disturbance was taken as the full area because some of those, the full area between the buffer and the pond from lot line to lot line, because once again, they were gonna clean up leaves and debris, so we just wanted to make sure that that was appropriate as per the town code.
Yeah, leaves and debris is fine. Grading is what counts.
There's also an existing structure there that's a dilapidated chicken coop.
Where's that?
Here, I'll show it to you, I have a picture.
Is that on the east side of the property? This here?
Yes, it's,
This X area there?
no, it's over here.
Approximately existing. Oh, okay.
It's over here, it's a dilapidated, look like a chicken coop.
so what do they want to do, get rid of that too?
Yeah, they want to get rid
Is
of it.
there a foundation there?
No, it's on, it appears railroad ties.
Okay,
Lack of a better
timbers.
term.
that's fine. You can include that as part.
Yeah, show that
Part-
on the plan.
Put it where it is in the plan. Just indicate that it'll be, put back to natural state.
And once again, I wasn't here at the time
Chicken
that they were grading. I got called after the fact.
I understand.
Understood.
So, but this is my understanding what the site looked
Yeah.
like. If not around the house, it looked even worse because you got the gutters and the leaders and those contributed over to creating that ravine that, is caused by the years of neglect.
Got it. Yeah, so
Okay.
what we need to know is, and shown on the map, is any area that is being disturbed, and by disturbed, we don't mean lawn mowed or picked up leaves and grass, picked up leaves and dead wood and all of that. What we mean more specifically from what you've been saying here is any grading that was done, any fill that was brought in, areas that has been touched. We need to see that on the map and know the total area of disturbance. And you should include in that also the small footprint of the
Chicken coop.
chicken coop that
Chicken
you're
coop.
taking down, since that'll be disturbed as well.
No problem.
And what we're asking for, just as a reiteration, is a rain garden placed somewhere on the property that'll catch some of the runoff. Preferably, one easy way to do that is from a leader,
Yep.
coming from the house. But that's up to you in
And you may
discussion.
want to redo your application too. No filling of property, only minor regrading, tops dressing and cleanup and stabilization, seed and hay, removal of chicken coop.
Yep, no problem. The only thing with the rain garden design is typically it's for impervious area.
That's what I was saying.
There's not much of a difference between what we have and what
Well,
will
the only,
be.
I know it's for an impervious area, but the problem is that you're disturbing the buffer. So you're in the buffer. Everything's in the buffers. Theoretically, if this house was constructed now under a wetland permit, which you would have to do at this moment in time, I would ask you then to calculate the surface area of the house and do the wetland, do the rain garden calculations based upon the roof's area. And then you would size your rain garden calculations based on that. So what I'm planning to do here is, even though I'm not taking into account the house or the covered porch, I'm just taking into account the area that you were disturbed in the buffer area. What I'm trying to do is capture some of that. If you want to use the roof of the house to fill the wetland, the rain garden, you can want to put it near the house with leaders and gutters, that's entirely up to you.
While I got you, I just want to ask one question. Is, in the photos I just showed you, there's a lot of rock outcrops out here. So the rain garden, like in the front, basically it looks like it's rock. Underneath the deck, you have rock. And then it looks like to the side with the chicken coop, it's also loaded with rock. So just so you're aware. So
Well, I'll tell you what, if you
have to get creative with the rain garden,
have to.
so.
Work with what you, I think you'll find that when you calculate the full area that you are looking to mitigate here, it probably won't be a very large rain garden. So if you're able to accommodate that, that's what we're looking for.
No, I understand, and like I said, we.
Because had this house been built under the regular Gus, this is an existing house.
This is some pipe debris that was left behind, but this corner over here is all
Rock.
rock. And that, like I said, that blends itself into why the front is so steep.
What is that,
That's the sewer,
That's the sewer?
lateral.
really? Does it freeze in the winter?
Well, if you look, the problem with the neglect is it's insulated,
Heat traced?
and then there's an orange cord for the heat tracing, but, who knows if that was, I'm sure it hasn't been used in the last 2 years or since the,
How old is the house, do you know?
I do not know. I do not know. You can keep these if you want.
Where you at, Brooklyn?
Me? No. Pearl River.
Oh, Pearl River.
I used to work for the old town engineer here many years ago.
Oh, did you?
Ron Gaynor?
Yeah,
Oh, that was,
That's a while back.
2 guys ago.
Was it too? Oh.
Yeah, a couple of guys.
I'm talking in the 90s when I worked for Ron, so I don't want to date myself, but
No, because if you date you, you date me. All right. If you find that you can't put a rain garden in or anything, just let us know. Send Rose an email, and then let's figure out something we
Yeah,
can
we'll
do
work
for
with you.
mitigation.
Right.
well, I think the best thing we can do is I think on the, not the chicken coop side, but the other side, you probably have more soil. So I think probably the best thing for the site and the wetlands would be, if you got, for the rain garden, is to put it there. And also, the owner would like to landscape, put some, nothing crazy, but put some plants around the dwelling to make it, we can also make it that we can do maybe little rain gardens at each leader.
Sure, yeah, you're welcome
That's
to do
fine.
that.
You know.
Welcome to do that.
I'll also say that you should include removal of the chicken coop as part of your mitigation, meaning make that clear,
Well,
because
that's
I
gotta
do
go on
think
the application.
a
so-
reduction of impervious surfaces
Right.
is
But there's
positive.
nothing there anyway.
Well, it looks like there's
Yeah.
a bunch of wood falling down, whatever.
Yeah,
A little bit
the
else.
driveway's gravel, so, that's
That's
impervious, so
great.
the only pervious area you would have would be the roof in my mind, because I don't really consider a deck because of the space,
But this
impermeable
has a
space.
cover, this has a cover on the roof.
Yeah, part of it that's covered is part of the roof
We
calculation.
usually take 50% of the deck as
Okay.
impervious,
All right,
typically, because of the slats. So the things I have on my notes here are install rain garden, provide rain garden calcs and install rain garden for the area of disturbance. Wetland signs every 75 feet on post or fence, I'm gonna leave that to your creativity. Show the area of grading for calculation purposes. Show coop on plan to remove, and I have this written twice, show map area to be disturbed. Is that it?
One last thing I'd like to just throw in here, which is indicating that there will be no additional, unless fill, if you are bringing in fill, indicating that it's clean. If you're not, put that as a note in your plan here.
Yeah.
No additional fill will be brought into the site. And you might have that
we
already?
did put a
Great.
note that there was no work within the wetlands, there was no fill brought in or will be brought in.
Great.
Okay.
It
I'm
depends
good.
on your definition of topsoil, if you
Perfect.
want to consider that fill coming in.
Topsoil's just topsoil.
That's,
Okay.
and, what was I gonna say? If the owner wants to, in these rain areas or on the site, do like a non-permanent, like, fire pit, would you guys consider, let them do something like
Yeah,
that
that's,
nature?
if it's non-permanent, it's not a big deal.
Like the unilock type of deals, the
fine.
masonry block?
You may want to show that on your.
No, if he wants to do it, if we're gonna do the rain garden, the land, some light
Well, then you have to
landscaping.
take that into your calculation, right?
Well, no, because we wouldn't put an impermeable surface around it.
You put gravel or
It
something?
would be a gravel surface for a few chairs, and then the pit itself is, you can buy them at Home Depot.
Yeah, I know.
They're
Yeah,
those
yeah.
masonry. block
Non-permanent
pits.
structures are not really in our,
Yeah, no, they're not
Purview.
in our purview, but,
So, but if he wants to do it, we'll show it on the plans, even if it's not in your purview.
right,
It's
maybe
really-
if it's in the area of where you're disturbing it, where it is now, then you're covered,
Yep,
right?
yep, no, I just want to make sure all our i's are dotted and our t's are crossed.
Okay,
All right?
you got it.
Very good. So we'll be able to get on the next meeting agenda?
As
yes.
long as you get the stuff in for Rose,
For Rose,
and you're going for a permit, right? Or are you going for a permit or
I thought we
a,
were going for the letter.
you going for a letter?
No additional grading or fill, current ceiling, rain garden. I think the only thing that would,
Hold on.
the removing impervious. We've done that before. They're not putting any additional fill in.
All right, so on your letter here that you wrote,
Yep,
you're gonna modify it to say, being submitted, Conservation Board meeting, we are requesting a letter of permission or a letter of permission or a letter of maintenance in lieu of a full permit. Okay? In
I'm
order
assuming
for-
that would be acceptable to the board is instead of a full permit.
Yeah, it should be fine. It's not
There's
a-
no
you're
new
not-
construction
There's
here.
no new construction here.
And there's not even repair of existing structure there, so it's fine.
All right?
Very good. Congratulations on your granddaughter.
Thank you. Thank you. First one.
All right, thank
The
you,
new
guys.
princess.
Have a good night.
You
Thank you,
too.
you as
Good
well.
night.
Okay, with that being said, do I have a motion to close the meeting?
Make
So
that
moved. Oh, second.
I'll make that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. Stay dry. Bye.